Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the Book Graveyard, vintage genre fiction channel, where we talk smelly old books, horror, crime, spy, science fiction sometimes, sword and sorcery, sleaze, all the S's, all the S genres. We have a big old haul here because it's going back to February, and part of March. Yeah, I gotta count the months off before I know what month it is, what order they're in. You don't? Congratulations. You're smarter than I am. So we got a bunch of books sent to us this month, and we're gonna, let's take a look here. Let's stop beating around the bush. First up is this stack I got from Harry, from Harry's Horror Books, which is a YouTube channel here, talking all things vintage horror. I know a lot of people always say, is there just a channel that talks about old horror? Yes, there is. It's Harry. He's over there doing the damn thing. I'll put a link for him down in the description. Go follow him. He's got probably the best vintage paperback horror collection that I've ever seen. So if you're into that, go check it out. But he found a bunch of books that were not horror. And he was like, hey, do you want these? They look like Men's Adventure or something. I said, you know it, brother. Also, we're just going to try and hurry and get this thing out, so there's probably not going to be much editing, so sorry if there's the little spaces in between that I usually cut out. So first up, we got this Gift of Death, Edward S. Aarons, author of the... But now we got to keep that in, because we just said that we were going to keep it in. Edward S. Aarons, author of the Assignment series, one of our favorite authors. Look at that cover, that is pretty, man. Those purple and gold, Gift of Death. I don't know this one. 6 people shared the inheritance, but one got greedy, and then there were 5. It's maybe a little Agatha Christie style stuff going on. Come here. We got Mo Berg, athlete, scholar, spy. I believe this is a sort of true story of a professional baseball player who was also a spy in World War II. We got this crazy looking later era Men's Adventure, almost like a sci-fi. War bots. I don't know anything about it. Operation Iron Fist. It's kind of cool. It's got the reflective silver. There. More bots. Nice. And we got Malco. I think this is Malco number 1? Number 2. It's a spy series. Operation New York. We got a Falcon number 1. I just recently got another Falcon. I can't remember if it was number 1 or not. So maybe that's a double. I don't know. But I didn't want to pass up on it. I was at a store the other day and they had this thing for like, I don't know, $30 or something. Which I thought was a little extravagant. Actually, very, very extravagant. And he had a Reggie Jackson biography. Interesting. So I thought this was going to be a Holloway House, because Holloway House makes a bunch of these biographies that look just like this. But it's not. It's Playboy Press. There you go, Reggie. You may know him from the Naked Gun movies, or maybe from baseball. Is my lighting getting messed up? Probably. Then we got this big fat book. I didn't realize it was so fat because all I saw was the covers, but I got it anyway. Opium. I probably wouldn't have if I would have known how fat it was. I just can't hang with the fatties anymore. It does look pretty cool though. Passion, madness, and murder reign supreme in the billion-dollar trade in human souls. God, how many pages is that? 540. This is like 5 of the regular books that I read. Then we got a Battlestar Galactica. Very cool, the original series. I enjoyed the other one, the newer one, which, you know, I know was like 2000s or whatever. Still newer than the 70s one. So there we go. Is this a... I'm assuming it's a continuation. Maybe it's a novelization. I don't know. We got the Fox Bat Spiral. The president has been kidnapped. The nation veers out of control. Only one man can stop the chaos. He must find and penetrate the Fox Bat Spiral. He's got to penetrate the Fox Bat Spiral. Very cool. So wrap around. Yeah, we're not going to open that. It's cracking already. See, it's got some cat hair. I hope that shows up in the camera. That's cool. Embossed, raised. Very cool. It's like Bad Dudes, the novel. Are you a bad enough dude? I got a Roger Zelazny, Damnation Alley. This is like a post-apocalyptic Roger Zelazny. I can't remember who was talking about this. Probably Grammaticus. And I can't remember what he said, but I remember he said something. And he said something about this book. Was it good? Was it bad? I don't know. But it was post-apocalyptic. And I was like, you know what? I'm going for it. Then I got a novelization of Logan's Run. Also covered in cat hair. It's been sitting over there for a while. Nice. I've only seen this movie once. I don't remember much about it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got to say about it. I'll just sit here and stare at the cover while music plays. We got some definite men's adventure here. Spring Blade, Machete, Greg Walker. That looks tough. Is that post-apocalyptic also? Major Luis Melendez heads one of the bloodiest secret police forces south of the border. So no, it's not post-apocalyptic. It's just regular shitty world that we live in. Not post-apocalyptic. The Aquanauts, number 11. Underwater adventure there. That's cool. 2 Russian divers came out of nowhere. I like that cover. I like the idea of these scuba men, scuba adventure. Like Thunderball. I love Thunderball. I love all that big long underwater fight scene. Everyone's in their scubas and fighting slow motion and stabbing with those things. You know what I'm saying. God, editing. Not editing is such a good idea. The Phantom Conspiracy, Michael Barrick, author of The Enigma. So that is a thriller, obviously. It's got some cool art, but it's very small. Zoom in, hopefully it won't mess it up. It's action-packed. We got a Casca, The Damned. I think this might be one that I didn't have. I don't know. The last haul, Chris sent me a ton of these. But I'm pretty sure that I don't have that one. Oh, that looks cool. It's an Attila the Hun era Casca. Oh, is this the one that Tim read that had the inappropriate terminology on it? I think it is. Death Merchant number 52, The Flight of the Phoenix. I still haven't read a Death Merchant. I don't know much about him. The President Has Been Kidnapped by Paul Richards. So if you watched the Hawk video, when I was talking about all the books that Dan Strebe wrote This is one of them. So this is a Dan Strebe, author of the Hawk series. He wrote this book here. A lot of presidents being kidnapped back in the 70s, 80s. Lust of Power, Henry Kane. Oh, look at this. Hold on, I'll show you the cover first. Not very exciting, but listen to this blurb. Sensational fiction with lots of kinky sex. And very well done, it leaves no doubt who its main character is. Are you sold? Because a lot of the books I read, I'm like, who's the main character here? But you don't got to worry about that one. You don't got to worry about that with this one. Lust of Power, Henry Kane nailed it. He lets you know who the main character is. Then we got this cool digest size, which is, I think, my first digest novel. Black Cat Detective Series, Crazy to Kill. Alright, that was at the bottom, so there's the most hair. Isn't that nice? This is why we put our stuff in bags. Poor little old nurse. Black Cat Detective. What year is this from? 1944. Well, that's just the copyright. Does it say? It doesn't say when it was made. So I don't know. But that is old and very cool. And that is all from Harry. Thank you very much, Harry. You're the man. This next one was a single book sent to us from Levi, from the outlaw Levi Wallace, which was a surprise. I was not expecting anything. I opened the mailbox and it's like, oh look, Levi sent me something. And it's this gothic here, The Secret of the Priory, Sophie O'Brien. A candlelight gothic. It's very romantic. Not your typical gothic. She's in her denim. You don't usually see ladies running from houses in their denim outfits. And I texted Levi and I said, hey, wow, thanks, man. Thanks for thinking of me. Thanks for sending me a book. And he texted back, we'll see if you're still thanking me after you read it. So this is like a mean present. Like, he was like, this book is terrible, and I'm going to send it to Nick. Still counts. I still count it. Thank you, Levi. I appreciate it. Here is a book that I got for Valentine's Day from my lovely wife. It's romantic. It's A Killer's Kiss. Hal Elson, which is not a pseudonym for Harlan Ellison. Look at that cover. That is wonderful. I don't see a signature. I didn't look it up ahead of time. So yeah, beautiful classic crime there. This one is a non-fiction book, and if you watch the Guide to Gothic's episode of the Frank Belknap Long book, To the Dark Tower, that me and Eric did with Chris from Liminal Spaces, I showed this book. And it's a nonfiction book about the witchcraft in the Pyrenees, which To the Dark Tower mentioned. It's kind of, the horror was based on this specific region and exactly what this book is talking about. And my wife loves this stuff. And when I was doing the research, I was like, hey, did you ever hear this book? And she's like, no, I haven't. And then next thing I knew, it was arriving on the doorstep. It's very cool. Land of the Goat, Witchcraft in the Pyrenees. Julia Carreras Tort. I think it has... Does it have... Yeah, there's artwork in it. I remember there being some, like, amazing artwork in here. There we go. So it's very folklore nonfiction book about witchcraft. I went to the Bookery. That's the bookstore that I went and interviewed the owner, Tim Cottrill, who wrote the Pulp Price Guide. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. It's a great conversation and very knowledgeable guy. It talks about pulp fiction and how he kind of prices it, or how it's labeled, the history, all the titles. Very cool. So I've been eyeing this one forever, but as you can see, it's $65. And every time I'm at the Bookery, because he's got a bunch of paperbacks too, I always go to the paperbacks first, then I get a stack, and then I go to the pulps, and then I'm like, I want this, but I've already got this stack of paperbacks, and I usually go paperback first. It's just my style. But this was, I was like, you know what? We're gonna do something different, and I'm gonna go ahead and buy this. So I put all the paperbacks back and just got this one pulp, The Golden Fleece from 1938. It has an E. Hoffman Price story in it. H. Bedford Jones, A. Jocelyn, A. M. Rudd. I don't know that one. Cover H. Delay. So yeah, that is freaking beautiful, huh? Historical adventure. Golden Fleece. That was a pricey item. And then I got some reference books here. I am working on the Holloway House video still. I know I missed Black History Month. Like, I'm going to miss it by a whole month. But you know what? I didn't want to rush it. I wanted to do it right. And I just need to finish writing out the script and recording it. But while I was doing the research for it, I came across this book, which I did not own, which I should have, because it really would have helped out. What does it say? Pimping Fictions, African American Crime Literature and the Untold Story of Black Pulp Publishing by Justin Gifford. So this is all about, this is pretty much all about Holloway House. Which is very cool. I did find some of his articles online though, so he is mentioned in my overview of Holloway House, and but yeah, I didn't get to read this particular book, and it's time. I gotta write it. I can't put it off any longer. And then likewise, I did the sleaze video for Valentine's Day, and I found this book, which is actually really old, which is from 2007. So I'm sure people are in the know when they heard me be surprised that it exists and were like, you idiot, that's existed for like almost 20 years. I don't know. Can't know everything. And like I've said many times here, I'm still learning. This is all, still new stuff to me. So, I can't show that picture. Let's see. So yeah, it has the photos of the covers. I got the hardcover. They have a soft cover that's like updated, but they're like, oh, we're out of it. Do you want the hardcover instead? And I was like, yeah, I'll take it. That's nice. Love these hardcovers. It's a book to last that you're going to be opening many times to find information about. Where am I going to set it? And just the other day, I got this from Stark House. They sent me another advanced reading copy. Harry Whittington, The Lady Was a Tramp, the Pat Raffigan Stories. Speaking of the sleaze video, we mentioned Harry Whittington in that video. As he wrote some of the sleaze novels. He wrote many sleaze novels under a pseudonym. So this is very cool because I have never read a Harry Whittington, and my friend Eric from the Paperback Warrior said that he is very talented. He's a craftsman. I forget exactly what Eric says. He always says it in a much more NPR type way than I do. The man's got class is what I'm saying. Eric has class. So there we go. That is pretty. That's going to be coming out soon. Because this is the advanced reading copy. Nice. Oh man, I'm gonna have to. All right, this is from yesterday. Actually, we had to travel to Indianapolis for a business meeting. And on the way back, we passed Browse a Wild Books in Tip City. So I was like, we should stop and get something, so we did. So the first two are my wife's books. They are, one is a vampire book. She's been into vampires lately. I think she has another one of these too. So this is Blood Secrets, Karen E. Taylor. It's a zebra. And then she got this, which is kind of out, it's out of our era, because it's from 2002. It breaks the rules. 2002 is pretty close to the 90s. We'll count it. It's allowed. It's a leisure horror. She was excited about this and started reading it, and then she closed it and threw it at me. She said, I'm not reading this anymore. Because I guess there's a scene where they kill a dog. And, you know, we just don't have a lot of tolerance for that around here. Even in fiction. It's a bummer. So I will be passing this along. Maybe to the bookubus. Alex, do you want this? I know you like depraved things. Yeah. Alex is sending me some gothic books. So I'm trying to hunt her down some cool horror. I don't know if that's cool or not. If you want it, it's yours. If you're watching. Then these are mine that I got from Browse a While in Tip City. I got Lamia, a spellbinding novel of occult terror by Michael Gardine. Very cool. Lamia is like a succubus, kind of. A lady snake demon. A horny lady snake demon. Right? Sometimes I forget the camera's on and I'm just like, looking at my books. I got another Monarch one I didn't have. Very salacious. The Wicked Women. Survival of the fittest. Women like Mora Kennelly, the wanton widow turned madam, and the Egyptian owner of the notorious pleasure parlor, the Golden Tassel, made their living off men like Mike and Black John, offering their passionate embraces in return for the hard-earned dollars the canalers wrested from the big ditch. I don't know. It's got these ladies fighting in their working outfits. This guy's cheering them on in the background. And it's a Monarch. It's a win-win. It's a win all around. Speaking of Gothics, we found The Wine of Vengeance. Julie Wellesley. Horror waited in the chateau horror that Allison knew but would not recognize. Very, very nice looking artwork. It'd be cooler if it was a little bit bigger. Even though it is appealing with the black and just the oval, I think I'd still like it to be full screen there, as they say in 2026. Got another tracker. What number is this? Number 5. We reviewed number 1 a couple months ago. It was really cheesy. Was it good? It was something. But it was cheap, so I got it. And then I don't usually buy the Nick Carters just because I see them so much. But this one had Chad on it. This one had Chad Deal on it. And I think I even showed this in the video. Which, by the way, if you haven't watched it yet, I interviewed this guy in real life. It's my last video. Go watch it. He's very charming, very likable fella. Total surfer dude. And he talks about his time doing paperback covers and what it was like. Oh man, yeah, go check that out if you haven't watched it. All right, then I got this huge stack here. Eric, Paperback Warrior, sent me books. He's wants to get rid of his books, and that's all there is to it. He just started shipping them to me, and it breaks my heart, Eric. But also at the same time, I'm reaping the rewards. I'm reaping the benefits. I don't know if Eric's going minimalist. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, here we are. As long as he doesn't stop making videos and episodes in the blog. I'm gonna have to move all this stuff. Alright, so first off, he sent me every Tarzan that he had. So there we go. Let's look at a couple of the covers. You know, they're very cool, but you know, they're all very similar. I've never read Tarzan before, and it looks like now I have the opportunity. So yeah, there we go. There's more too. There's some more. Like I said, every Tarzan he had. I don't know how many there are, or if he sent me all of them or what. There you go. Tarzan of the Apes. Is that number 1? Yes. So there's the beginning. Do we start there? I don't know. Do we start? Do we start at number 1? Is that how numbers work? Genius. You're a genius. Some more Edgar Rice Burroughs. The People That Time Forgot. Now a Big Adventure Spectacular from American International Pictures. Great cover there. Is that our man Doug McClure? People That Time Forgot. Yeah. This one isn't as good as the first one. Well, I'm talking about the movie. I haven't read the books before. The Land That Time Forgot. I like that one. With the Germans, the Nazis, and they go to the land of the... I don't know. You know what? I don't even remember. I don't remember what everything's called, so we're just going to move forward. And then they got... this is a double. Moon of Skulls. Robert E. Howard. This is the Solomon Kane. Yeah, from Centaur. Nice. So that's going to go into our trade box. We're going to pass that on. Got a John Jakes, Brack the Barbarian. John D. MacDonald, The Drowner. It's crazy that people can randomly send me a John D. MacDonald book and I don't have it because I have like 30 of them. This dude wrote 1 million books. So here's one I didn't have, The Drowner. This is a Western, Barranca. Brian from Bad Taste Books just did a book haul, and Eric sent him books too. And as Brian pointed out, Eric writes little notes on the back. This is from 1966, which is so cool. Man, I want to go through every book. And I love that kind of stuff. I love like putting things in order and documenting everything and looking it up. I don't know. That just sounds so relaxing to me to spend a whole weekend doing that. Maybe writing the cover artist, looking stuff up, filing it. Yeah, Peter Trees number 3, 1966. We read the first one of these, first Peter Trees spy novel. Though he wasn't really a spy. He just like Worked for some rich guy. Some rich guy's like random task kind of guy. War novel here. Photo cover. From 1980. Well, this is very convenient, Eric. Thanks. The Mine Traders, J. Hunter Hawley. I think I have 3 versions of this book. I have the Monarch for sure. This is the second one. Maybe just a regular, like a signet or something. Here is a Conan that I did not have. The Blade of Conan. So is this... I don't know, is this other people? Yes, it is. Yeah, so the world's greatest living fantasy writers pay tribute to Robert E. Howard. Oh, another Tarzan, but a different edition. Neil Adams cover. God, Eric's doing the work for me. And hire him for all of my haul videos. Then we got an Andrew J. Offutt. Cormac McArt. Andrew J. Offutt took over that character from Robert E. Howard. Whether he liked it or not. Because he didn't know, because he wasn't around, you know? Got an Emil Pataja. See on both sides? Nope, Michael Moorcock on the other side. Ace doubles. I don't know. I don't know if I would keep that one or pass it on. I don't know if it's really my thing. All Judgment Fled, James White. Sci-fi, looks like inspired by the face hugger from Alien. I don't know if this is before or after. Ardath Mahar, Key to Freedom. This is different looking. Looks like an adventure, but on another world, maybe? Looks very pulpy. Do you guys know anything about that? Do you guys have the Key to Freedom? Gardner F. Fox, science fiction, The Hunter Out of Time. That is a very cool cover. Very classic. 1965. Giant bug. Here's a Robert E. Howard that I didn't have. Well, I have a different version, but Black Volmia's Vengeance. The Berkeley edition. Black Volmia's Vengeance is a pirate story. The Black Irish Buccaneer, whose blade made shark meat out of men. That's cool. Whoever wrote that blurb, give him a bonus for that one. The cruelest pirate of them all. I read it. It was good. It was awesome. It's amazing. Awesome classic adventure stories. Tark and the Golden Tide. Colum McConnell, in the tradition of Conan. That's one I've never seen before. Very appealing cover. Man, those Leisures, I think Leisure around this time was just killing it. 1977. Like, it's just exactly what I'm looking for. When I look for classic, old vintage genre fiction paperbacks, I feel like the Leisures are just... They got it going on in the 70s. I know they were like a sleaze publication before that. All right. This is another Andrew J. Offutt. Yep, another Cormac McArt. I really like the Cormac McArt character by Robert E. Howard, and I haven't read any of the continuations. by Offutt. I read a different Andrew J. Offutt, which was his own character, which was awesome, which was kind of based off of, oh my god, Terrell Jory. Or I think anyway. Just red hair, fighter. And I really liked Cormac McArt. It was the first that I read from Robert E. Howard. It was awesome. Skull Splitter. What was that guy's name? Wolf Skull Splitter. Sword in his hand. John Vale. They fought, they loved, they died. Anything about that? It is a fossil gold medal. Right in the heyday, so it's probably good. We got The Man from Andersonville. Western. I don't know anything about it. De Pedron. Don Smith. Some mafia stuff. 1971. I do like those mafia books from this era. Oh, look at this one. The Death Cycle. I wonder if it's supposed to be faded like that on purpose. If it is, that's pretty cool stylistically. Charles Runyon. About a motorcycle racer. Motorcycle. That's how you say it. Another Western. Ferguson's Trail. Is he taking a leak? What's going on there? Kind of looks like it. Ferguson's Trail. Where the dust is yellow. The Firefighters. An insider novel by Jack Pearl. They charged into the flames as a way of life and death. A 5-alarm story of bravery. Oh, this is the... Yeah. I was so excited when I opened this. This is so different. Firefighter book. Firefighter fiction. Join me. Join me for Firefighter April. I might get flack for that comment. No water pressure. Is that a double entendre? I think it is. I think they're making a joke there. Here's a Robert E. Howard that by the creator of Conan. Yeah, this is not Robert E. Howard. Swords of Scheherazade. Or is it? Man, they made these things so confusing because they kept trying to trick you into buying stuff that wasn't written by Robert E. Howard, but they made it look like it. And now you can't even tell what's what. So I think it is. This is Robert E. Howard, yes. Swords of Scheherazade. Then I got the Dennis Dorgan. Dude, you know what's awesome is when I was at Pulp Fest, I picked between, there's 2 copies of Dennis Dorgan's, 2 editions, and I got the other one. And then when I got home, I was like, because I have all of these zebras. So I wanted the whole set. So I was kicking myself, and look, there it is. Here it comes through with the Zebra Adventures of Dennis Dorgan. My man. Then we got some airplane action here. Jeffrey Jenkins, A Grue of Ice. Do you guys know what a grue is? It's a grue of ice. Got a pan. Gavin Lyle, The Most Dangerous Game. Some more airplane action. So we're going to put this in our boats and planes shelf. Oh, I got a bunch of this Gavin Lyle guy. The Wrong Side of the Sky. Oh, this is a little risque for plain fiction. Is this plain sleaze? What's going on here? Man, the British knew how to do it, right? That's what's up. That's how it's done. We got some nurse romance. Nurse Landon's Challenge. Nurse romance, nurse fiction, anybody? Nora Mead, MD. So she's not a nurse, she's a doctor. Very cool. This is in 1955. Oh, this is about her meeting. She's a doctor, and she meets this other doctor. He's a famous heart surgeon, and he wants her to give up her medical practice to devote herself wholly to him and his career. And it's her basically being like, screw you, man. I worked hard to be a doctor. It's empowering. We got another Edgar Rice Burroughs there. The Free Body Harris, Ethel Edison Gordon. I don't know what that is. I know it's not a gothic because he's keeping those. He's letting those go last. So maybe it's just a mystery. I like that snowy atmosphere. Books and snow, best friends, like cigarettes and beer. Another Cormac McArt, Andrew J. Offutt, 1975. Number 1 of 6. I do have that one. So that will be a double Jeff Jones cover art. I think I might have already known that, though. The Velvet Target, Genevieve Holden, The Honeymoon of Mrs. Bluebeard. From 1956. Got a cool British Alistair MacLean, The Secret Ways. I just did River of Death with the Check Your Shelf Boys. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's an Alistair MacLean book. Adventure. This doesn't look very adventure. This looks very crime. Secret Ways. Target of Terror. S.A. Martinez. Looks like a classic suspense thriller. That's very cool. This one's calling my name. This is a major mystery. This is a scholastic book about World War II escapes. So this is for kids, to inspire kids to escape World War II Nazi encampments. Just in case they ever get in that situation. Hopefully not. Hopefully that's the end of that. Then we got some Ted White, the spawn of the Death Machine. Was he a barbaric Superman or a computer-created monster? It's from 1968, Paperback Library. Original science fantasy. Xanthar of the Many Worlds. Yeah, Eric sent me a bunch of stuff that I have seen around that I don't necessarily know what it is. But it's stuff I've always wondered about, but I never bought. Jeffrey Household, Arabesque. A Middle Eastern adventure. The Lady Was a Spy. Oh, look at this back cover. I like that. Very cool. Middle Eastern spy stories from Pyramid in 1964. Hell yes. From Beirut to Cairo. Oh, that is cool. That is cool. Crest Giant. Joan Vatzik. This Fiery Night. Looks like some classic pulp adventure right there. Intrigue, Violence, Treachery. Stockade. That one looks a little dark for me. Probably not my thing. Look at this. Look at this blurb on the back. Keep your mouth shut, your bowels open, and never volunteer. Keep your bowels open, everybody. How do you keep your bowels? How do you, do you mentally make your bowels open? Try and open them right now. What the fuck does that mean? Oops. I dropped an F-bomb. I've been trying not to cuss this much in videos. Shel Scott. Oompa Loompa. He's the Oompa Loompa detective. I haven't read a Shel Scott. I'm not really that intrigued by it. But I do have a couple. There's a million of them, and you always seem to get some. Who knows? Maybe they're good. I don't know. Robert B. Parker, a Spencer novel. Looking for Rachel Wallace. I haven't read one of these yet either. The Easy Gun Western. Little Easy Road to Hell and Back to find a killer with a faster draw. I'd love to get a tally of all the Westerns and how many of them have the word hell on the cover or in the title. I would probably guess like 50% of them. And then finally we're going to wrap up with another attack on the president. The Plot to Kill El Presidente, a novel by Jack Pearl. It's the pinnacle. 1972. There we go. That is our haul for this month, for last month, and a little bit of this one. We'll see what we got coming up for the next one. Who knows? Who knows? Is everyone excited for Pulp Fest? I know I am. Start saving your dollars now. You start putting back $25 every 2 weeks, $50 a month. It's $300 by the time Pulp Fest comes. And you can throw down another $300 and it won't be so bad. You can come home with all the greatest books and pulp magazines that you will find that you don't normally see. And that's it. Right? We hyped Haul Fest. We showed our books. We played fake jazz music. That's an episode. We're out of here. Peace out.